"I used to read your letters," he whispered. I pulled back, startled. "What letters?" "The ones you wrote to Dad, but never sent. I found them years ago." He looked away. "That's when I really met you." And in that moment I realized he had known my secrets long before I ever spoke them aloud. Just as I began to surrender to sleep, a gentle knock resonated from the trailer's front door. Noah's eyes widened in shock. We never anticipated a visitor, not in this place. I stood still, heart racing. He stood, his steps heavy as he approached the door. My heart raced, drowning out the howling wind beyond. A shadow loomed closer. It shattered our plans. Noah, just 19, towered over me, a vivid reminder of his growth and my overwhelming pride. His idea to rent a trailer and vanish into the woods for a week stunned me, a stark reminder of how long it had been since we truly connected. His smile ignited echoes of a carefree innocence long lost. "It's just us," with the snow softly falling, the fire crackling, and a deep sense of peace wrapping around us. I couldn't help but say yes. After the chaos of the holidays, a tranquil week in the mountains called out, promising peace and escape. Warm layers, treasured games, and dear stories for close evenings were the gems we held tight. Noah stepped forward, commanding the chaos with unwavering resolve. He locked the trailer, plotted the route, and crafted a playlist that pulsed with the excitement of what was to come. The journey continued. Frost-kissed trees stood like haunting visions, stirring deep longing and bittersweet memories. As I stepped into the secluded trailer park hidden in the snowy valley, a profound calm enveloped me. It took my breath away. In that instant, it was just us, engulfed by the looming mountains and the soft crackle of the fire, igniting a deep warmth within me. Every day, our connection deepened, silent yet profound. As dawn broke, we stepped into the woods, each moment a sharp reminder of the closeness we had longed for. At lunch, we relished hot cocoa. As night descended, we exchanged deep words with kindred spirits by the dancing flames. What was once ordinary within these walls now dances with a thrilling allure. He bared his soul, exposing his fervent dreams, buried fears, and the haunting echoes of a past he thought forgotten. My feelings for him shifted, deepening beyond the boy I once cared for, revealing his growing thoughtfulness and maturity. A silent reminder of his profound transformation lingered in the air. It hit me hard how far I had drifted from him since my relationship with his father ended. We returned to the trailer, cheeks flushed from the chill, a warmth enveloping us, reminding us of the depth of our shared moments. Noah insisted on preparing dinner, a simple pasta dish that carried an unexpected charm. Under the soft glow of the lamp, his presence consumed the room, leaving me breathless. He gently held my hands, a comforting gesture that reminded me how deeply we still cared for one another. A shocking, bittersweet moment unfolded between us. The plan sparkled with brilliance. His blue eyes met mine, and the air crackled with the thrill of rediscovery. "Mom, it feels good just to be here with you," he said softly. "We've lost the art of truly connecting, swept away by life's chaos." His words struck a chord deep inside me. He was right, without a doubt. In the chaos of school and work, true connections faded, leaving a deep ache for something more meaningful. In the night's turmoil, with distant flames flickering and the wind's sorrowful wails surrounding us, we discovered peace in our quietude. Noah read while I stared out the window, entranced by the snowflakes falling softly, each one a silent echo of yearning in the stillness. Gratitude surged within me for him, for the man he was evolving into, and for the relentless effort he invested to turn this journey into reality. In that instant, I saw a profound emotion in him, a fierce loyalty to our bond laid bare. And yet, as I watched him across the room, I felt something stir within me, a question I hadn't dared to ask aloud. Was this warmth between us simply care? Or was I unconsciously clinging to something I once lost? I blinked, stunned by my own thought. Perhaps it was loneliness speaking. Perhaps it was the echo of memories I never fully healed from. But I knew, right then, this week in the mountains would test more than just my body. It would test the boundaries of emotion I never meant to cross. In the mountains, a silent magic hung in the air, turning every moment into a vivid dream, steeped in desire and unquenched yearnings. Noah was resolute, ready to turn the week into something unforgettable. After our deep talk, I woke to the rich scent of coffee, enveloping me in warmth and a feeling of home. My eyes fluttered open, and there he stood, Noah, silhouetted in the doorway, a steaming mug in hand, his smile igniting a warmth within me, making me feel truly seen. "Good morning, my beautiful dreamer," he teased, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "I thought you deserved breakfast in bed for being such an amazing hiking companion." I chuckled, pulling the blanket tighter. "Oh, really? Am I now the ultimate hiking buddy? I could have sworn I heard you groaning the entire last mile yesterday." He laughed, handing me the mug. That thought warmed us, bringing a smile. This is my true generosity. A surge of gratitude enveloped me as I relished the coffee, brewed to perfection for my cravings. Snow whispered against the world outside, while inside the trailer, silence cocooned us, as if the universe had disappeared, leaving only us in our hidden sanctuary. In his eyes, I found solace. I whispered, "Thank you. This is beautiful." He shrugged slightly, his gaze steady, revealing a quiet softness I hadn't encountered in years. "Mom, you deserve this. You've always put others first. Now, it's your turn to be cared for." His words echoed in my mind as we soaked in the trailer's warmth that morning. Noah suggested we check out another nearby track, and a thrill surged through me. The biting winter chill enveloped us, pulling us closer as we began our journey. The forest silence wrapped around us, shattered only by the crunch of our boots on fresh snow, echoing the unspoken tension that hung heavy in the air. The walk was mesmerizing. In the stillness, his laughter pierced the silence, a warmth that ignited my gratitude for him. As I playfully noted the warmth surrounding me, he replied that the frost on my hat made me look like a character from a harrowing survival story. I playfully hit him with my swatter, his laughter ringing through the trees, a sound both joyful and heavy with unspoken emotions. As darkness fell, the day twisted unexpectedly, awakening buried feelings and a long-forgotten memory. As we trudged back to the trailer, the icy trail gripped us, and suddenly, my foot slipped, hurling me to the ground, the cold searing into my side. A sharp wave of pain shot through my leg. "Mom." Noah dashed to my side, helping me sit up with urgency. He carefully adjusted the pillow under my leg, his attention gentle and thoughtful. "Are you okay?" he asked, worry etched in his voice. "What stirs inside?" "My leg." Pain surged as I tried to move, its grip unyielding, relentless echo that clung to my every thought. "I think I might have twisted it." He wrapped me in his arms, and in that moment, I felt utterly free. "That's right. Don't you dare step on it," he warned, his voice low and fierce. "Oliver, I'm okay," I whispered, my voice trembling. His voice, soft but firm, cut through the bond we shared. "Enough with the arguments. I won't let you add to the chaos, not when you're already fighting your own battles." He flashed a playful smile and said, "I've been hitting the gym for moments like this." His joke pierced my pain, yet it drew a laugh, unexpected, bittersweet, and oddly comforting. In his arms, I discovered a refuge I believed was gone, his presence anchoring me to now. Noah laid me on the cramped couch in the trailer, the weight of our return heavy in the air. He held my leg with a pillow, the ice pack's cool touch wrapping around it like a gentle care. He knelt beside me, voice low and charged. "Tomorrow we go home, but tonight, let me handle it all for you." Night deepened, fatigue clawed at me, but the relentless pain in my leg kept me shackled, denying me the escape of sleep. In the quiet of night, I awoke, shivering as the cold crept in, a stark contrast to the warmth that cocooned me in the trailer. A sharp pain pierced my mind as a long-buried memory surged forth, awakening forgotten emotions. A searing ache surged within me. "Oliver," I breathed, my voice a trembling whisper, a delicate bond between us in this charged moment. In an instant, he was there, worry carved deep into his features. "Mom, what's wrong?" he asked, his fingers softly touching my forehead. "A storm of emotions swirls within you. Just pause for a moment." He sat beside me, a silent anchor as I struggled to find peace. He offered a soft smile, his eyes full of emotion as if to say what words could not. My head against his chest, I found solace in his presence. His presence calmed me, helping me let go of the fears and doubts I had carried for so long. And then, in that quiet moment, a thought struck me like cold air rushing in. Was this comfort too much? What if I was misreading this bond? What if I was allowing my need for closeness to blur the line between care and emotional dependence? That single question echoed through me, and I turned away, afraid of what answer might come. His hand glided over my back, a soothing touch that ignited a wave of calm within me. "Thank you," I breathed, my heart aching with desire. "Thank you," I breathed, feeling deeply moved by his quiet strength. "Always," he whispered, offering a warmth in his eyes that said more than words. "I will always hold you close and keep you safe." In the quiet of the night, I felt an undeniable pull towards him, a sharp reminder of how deeply I craved this closeness. In silence, our connection deepened, charged with unspoken significance. I gave in to the warmth of love, finally feeling the comfort of not being alone after so long. As I slipped into sleep, thoughts of the deep change this journey sparked within me consumed my mind, not just about Oliver, but the complex weave of our bond. But behind the peace, something restless stirred inside me. I began to question, was this healing or hiding? Was our closeness a sanctuary, or a slow surrender to needs I hadn't dared name? It wasn't attraction, it was something deeper, harder to define. A longing for safety, for intimacy, for something unspoken but desperately needed. I wasn't sure if I should feel grateful or guilty for how deeply I was leaning on him. The next morning, I awoke to the tantalizing scent of something exquisite lingering in the air. The ache in my leg faded beneath the warmth of the blankets, the comforting scent wrapping around me, soothing my discomfort, and igniting a quiet warmth I thought I'd lost forever. I stood up, a jolt of pain slicing through me with every movement. Noah stood at the kitchen counter, his back to me, lost in a soft hum as he stirred the pot, filling the air with a heavy sense of nostalgia. I breathed softly into the dawn, my voice quaking with lingering fragility. He spun around, joy bursting from him, lighting up the moment with a warmth that wrapped around us. "Rise and shine," he said gently. "The day is calling. How are you feeling?" A dull ache remains, but it pales in comparison to the torment of last night. He nodded, but a shadow of worry danced in his eyes. "I made toast and eggs for you. I'll bring it over, but we have to go to the hospital right after." "No arguments," I said, a soft smile flickering across my face. His gentle words ignited a profound sense of safety and warmth inside me. "Oh, that sounds like a dangerous gamble," I teased, mischief dancing in my voice. He fulfilled his vow, presenting a plate and diving into every detail with fervor. His kindness pierced my heart, steadying the plate as I relished every bite. Watching him clean up, a profound warmth surged inside me, a stark reminder of his deep care. He turned to me, his gaze pulling me in, and then he spoke. "I truly value it." "Why?" he asked, a flicker of gratitude in his smile. "Your presence fills me with gratitude, nurturing my very soul." A meaningful silence passed between us, his smile shy but full of care. "Always, Mom." The descent from the mountain was a tender embrace, the snow-draped landscape murmuring secrets of beauty that ignited a deep yearning. Noah's eyes flickered to me, worry etched on his face, as if my heart hung by a thread. As he adjusted the heater, his hand brushed against mine, a fleeting reminder of our journey together. He skipped songs on the playlist, afraid they might disturb me. I sat silently, watching the snow pass by. His care was real, his attention unwavering. But the question lingered. Did he feel something more? Or was it just my heart projecting onto him what I wanted anyone, to give? By the time we reached the hospital, I was completely spent. Noah took my hand, leading me from the car into the uncertain darkness ahead. As the doctors worked on my leg, his hand rested gently on my shoulder, a touch that ignited a flicker of strength within me. "It's just a bothersome strain," the kind doctor said, tightening the brace around my leg with care. "Pause for a heartbeat and watch your strength surge back." A soft chuckle slipped from my lips as Noah breathed out, his relief hanging heavy in the air. "You shine with joy, while I remain in the shadows," I said with a teasing smile. "Someone ought to worry about you," he said, a sly grin dancing across his face. Stepping through the door, relief crashed over me, wrapping me in the warmth of a long-lost embrace. Noah enveloped me in warmth, draping blankets around me, pouring soothing tea, and placing the remote in my hands, crafting a sanctuary on the couch before quietly retreating to the kitchen. "You don't have to bear this burden," I murmured, my heart heavy with gratitude for his care. He leaned around the corner, a smile cutting through the heavy silence. "You should be treasured," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "Let me care for you now." He truly did. He wouldn't let me lift a finger in the days that followed. He cleaned, cooked mouth-watering dishes, and curled up next to me as we lost ourselves in my favorite shows. It had been ages since I felt such tenderness, and I didn't realize how profoundly I craved it. As the moon loomed low, a change stirred, a silent understanding blossoming between us. Curled up on the couch, the TV's soft glow wrapped around us, shadows flickering like secrets shared in the stillness. Noah sat next to me, his arm casually resting on the back of the couch, an intimate comfort enveloping us. My leg lay gently on a pillow, a fleeting moment, evoking echoes of past solace. In that instant, silence wrapped around us, binding us in deep connection. Some part of me wondered, if I stopped him now, would I be protecting him or shielding myself from what this meant? His voice enveloped me, a whispered secret, tender and raw. "Mom," he said, his voice heavy with unspoken truths. "I have something urgent to tell you." His voice pierced through me, a chilling wave of unease washing over my heart. "What is it?" I asked, dread tightening my chest. He stood still, eyes lowered, consumed by the weight of his thoughts. My thoughts are tangled in the undeniable shift between us. Time hung heavy, the air thick with tension, as I braced for the choice he was about to make. "Not in the same way?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. He leaned in, eyes burning with emotion. "Mom, you've always been my strength. I may not say it enough, but I deeply appreciate everything you are." His voice softened, revealing a raw, vulnerable side. "You've always had a special place in my heart. I cherish the time we get to share, just the two of us, like this." His words lingered, heavy with meaning. And though nothing was spoken outright, I understood. It wasn't romance. It was deeper. A hunger for connection. A desire to feel seen, fully and without condition. And in that moment, I realized we both feared the same thing, losing each other again. "Oliver." I breathed, my voice quaking with deep emotion. In that moment, words slipped away. His gentle care wrapped around me, stirring emotions I thought were buried: affection, appreciation, solace, and a fierce vulnerability. "It's okay," he said softly, sensing my doubt. A fleeting, hopeful smile danced on his lips, a whisper of trust. Silence speaks volumes. The weight of truth is too heavy to hide any longer. Tears brimmed, threatening to spill over. I reached for his hand, overwhelmed with emotion, grateful for this quiet bond between us. "You mean everything to me," I admitted, my voice trembling. "What we share is deep, and I will always keep it near." His grip on my hand tightened, his eyes searching mine, yearning for something just out of reach: solace, understanding, or both. In that instant, a deep truth struck us. Regardless of the road ahead, we were bound together in this journey, united. His gaze was a soft warmth, a rare glimpse of tenderness I hadn't felt in ages. I pulled him close in a comforting embrace, grateful for the healing that had taken root between us. His arms wrapped around me tightly, and for a moment, the world outside the trailer simply didn't exist. "Oliver, you mean more to me than words can say," I whispered, overwhelmed by emotion. "Feel the weight of my words." He held me a little longer, as if storing that moment inside his heart. I hesitated to reveal my feelings, but now that the truth is out, it feels like a heavy burden has been released from my chest. I leaned back, my hand resting gently on his arm, silently acknowledging his courage. Now, it bore a new significance, soft, yet profoundly respectful of the journey he had endured. "Your courage is extraordinary," I breathed softly. "Your bravery in sharing your heart moves me deeply. I am here for you always." His smile, a quiet spark, radiated warmth that enveloped me in reassurance. In that silence, we held each other tight, feeling the weight of our unspoken bond. A sharp twinge pierced my leg with each slight movement, a relentless reminder of the ache that haunted my every shift. "Let me help," he said, unwavering. He gently shifted the pillow under my leg, his touch soothing and full of warmth. In that moment, his care was steady and comforting, bringing ease to my pain. "Is that okay?" he asked, his voice laced with yearning. A smile flickered on my lips. "It's perfect," I said softly. "Thank you so much." His presence was steady and warm, reminding me how much I cherished him. It awakened the truth that love takes many forms, and this connection, intense yet real, was rooted in a sincere tenderness we shared. He sat beside me again, and as the night stretched on, silence wrapped around us, thick with unvoiced emotions. Our connection was undeniable, an inexplicable pull that consumed us. The silence crackled, exposing emotions too deep for words. Just as I began to surrender to sleep, a gentle knock pierced the stillness from the trailer's front door. Noah's eyes widened in shock. We never anticipated a visitor, not in this place. I stood still, heart racing. He stood, his steps heavy as he approached the door. My heart raced, drowning out the howling wind beyond. Something approached. It shattered our plans. What if it's him? The thought came uninvited, sharp and intrusive. Could it be his father? Or someone I left behind long ago? Have you ever experienced a connection so profound, yet so elusive to articulate? What would you have chosen if you were me? Would you open the door, or let the past remain in silence? I stood frozen, staring at the door. The knock echoed again, gentle but insistent. Noah turned slowly, his eyes scanning mine. For a split second, something flickered behind them. Fear? Curiosity? Or something unspoken? "I'll get it," he said softly. I reached for his wrist without thinking. "Wait," I whispered. "What if it's someone we thought we'd left behind?" That question lingered in the air between us like fog refusing to lift. But the knock didn't return. Moments passed. Then silence. Noah stepped back from the door, his shoulders tense. We said nothing more. The tension faded like breath on glass, leaving only the quiet crackle of the fire. In the days that followed, a subtle shift took root between us, fragile, yet impossible to ignore. It emerged softly, like a snowfall, gentle, persistent, undeniable. It hid in the pauses between conversations, in the glances we held a little too long, in the quiet acts of care that stretched beyond obligation and leaned gently into choice. His hand brushed against mine as he led me to the kitchen, a moment suspended, charged with intensity. He gently led me, our steps quiet and in sync. His gaze was soft, brimming with unspoken admiration and a deep connection that ignited something profound inside me. As the evenings deepened, we gravitated toward each other, savoring fleeting moments on the couch. The conversations faded, leaving a heavy silence, the kind that blooms only between those who truly understand each other. In the stillness of the night, Noah leaned closer, his head grazing mine, igniting a spark that hung in the air. It caught me off guard. "Do you ever dream of escaping to find peace once more?" he asked, his voice a whisper, fragile and yearning. I turned to him slowly, my heart pounding with an urgency I couldn't escape. "What do you mean?" I asked quietly. His fingers traced the blanket's edge, a deep contemplation etched on his face. "Free of stress, just enjoying simple moments like this," he murmured. His words ignited a storm inside me, an intense surge of emotions slipping through my fingers. "That strikes a chord of profound peace," I said earnestly. "But, Oliver, life seldom reveals itself so simply. You get that, right?" "I do," he whispered, his words a gentle caress that ignited a spark between us, our eyes entwined in a silent promise. I ache for those moments to come alive. Uncertainty surrounded me, yet I was irresistibly pulled to him, our fingers intertwining in a moment that was profoundly human, unvoiced, and visceral. "Whatever comes our way," I breathed, "we'll face it together." His gaze sparked something deep inside, stirring emotions I thought were long gone, intense, tangled, yet impossible to ignore. A connection forged through care, gratitude, and raw vulnerability. "This bond is unlike anything I've known," he breathed, sincerity heavy in his tone. It wasn't just a confession, it was a raw truth exposed. My heart throbbed painfully. I drew him close, wrapping my arms around him, holding on with an unexplainable fervor. I hugged him tightly, grateful for the strength he gave me in that moment. He clutched me fiercely, as if the moment itself was a fragile treasure he couldn't bear to let slip away. "I'm so proud of you, Oliver," I whispered, "for the person you've become." The words held no romance, yet their gratitude was a force, mending wounds I hadn't realized still bled. He rested his head near mine, and we sat in silence, filled with quiet understanding. "I used to read your letters," he whispered. I pulled back, startled. "What letters?" "The ones you wrote to Dad, but never sent. I found them years ago." He looked away. "That's when I really met you." The air left my lungs. I hadn't even remembered where I hid those words. "So you already knew everything?" "Not everything," he said. "Just enough to know that you carried so much. Alone." I blinked, unsure what to say. That one admission opened a truth I didn't expect. Perhaps this bond wasn't born in this cabin, but in the silence I once left behind. "Your courage is remarkable," I whispered. "I am so proud of you." He smiled gently, warmth piercing the chaos inside him. For a fleeting moment, we stayed in that place, close, peaceful, connected. A sudden jolt shot through my leg, a cruel reminder of the pain that clung to me, unyielding. "Let me help," he insisted, urgency lacing his voice. He placed the pillow under my leg, wrapping it in the warmth of a soft blanket. His hands gently checked the swelling with care. "Is that okay?" he asked, voice trembling with concern. "It's perfect," I whispered. "Thank you." He sat beside me again, and as the night stretched on, silence wrapped around us. We didn't speak. We didn't need to. Just before I closed my eyes, I asked, softly, "Do you think we'll ever come back here?" He didn't answer right away, but his hand found mine beneath the blanket. And in that stillness, I felt it. Not a promise. Not a goodbye. Just something unfinished. If this story moved you in any way, please give it a like. Subscribe to our channel and stay with us. The next story may just be the one that changes your heart. Because sometimes, the quietest stories are the ones that echo the loudest.